ISIL remains, quote, our preeminent terrorist threat. There are besieged communities across Syria, millions of people. Some of them are besieged by ISIL. Some of them are besieged by, most of them are besieged by the regime. Some of them are besieged by elements, more extreme elements of the opposition. All of them should have humanitarian access. The Russians claim that they're cutting off weapons supply corridors, but they're actually cutting off humanitarian corridors. So at the very least, they need to put their money where their mouth is and open up the humanitarian corridors immediately to all of these besieged areas that the UN has identified. So what Russia is doing is directly enabling ISIL. So that's one of the reasons we're getting together in Munich tomorrow. But this will be a very difficult 3 days coming up. But, you know, we're going to be very firm. The situation is totally unacceptable. It's causing a humanitarian catastrophe. It's strengthening the regime of Assad. And all that does is fuel extremists on both sides of the sectarian divide. We have to get to a way to de-escalate this underlying conflict. To de-escalate the underlying conflict, there has to be a political process that can ultimately lead to a transition in Damascus. The struggle we face from time to time is that the collapse of the regime in Damascus would open up a vacuum which terrorist groups are able to fill, and so we want to have a political process that can lead to a transition.